My name is Ueli. I'm the Secretary General of the International Association for Neurolinguistic Programming, IANLP. I'd like to share some information on the new quality assurance systems of the IANLP. It's been introduced recently, and I thought I'd do a video so you can check on some items of the new quality assurance system. In order to really gain of this short video, I suggest that you get yourself acquainted with the guidelines. They look like this. You will find them on our web page in section curricula at the very bottom. There is also a frequently asked questions guide with many questions answered. Just check it out, and it will be quite helpful for what we are doing here in this short video. I've prepared a little presentation I like to share. What we will do here, we'll look at the phases in overview. There are 3 phases within the new quality assurance system, and then there are 8 elements of the personal quality portfolio. The 3 phases: step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 is collecting. It lasts 3 years. Every 3 years, you will meet and discuss and reflect upon your quality measures, and you will send a report to the IANLP. The collection, it's called a personal quality portfolio. I like to show you how I do it. We actually suggest that you use some kind of container. I'm quite an old guy. I still love to do it physically. You see, I have a folder here. I have the 8 steps noted and some information inside. So during the 3 years, I just collect material, I put it in here. So after 3 years, most of all what I need is in here. Of course, you can do it digitally. I mean, that's up to you how you want to organize yourself. It's recommended strongly that you start collecting as soon as possible, because by starting to collect material, you will notice where you have questions. You will see that some things are easy to collect, others need a bit of preparation work so that you're ready to take your notes. What do we collect? We collect information to 8 elements of the personal quality portfolio. After the 3 years, you will meet with 2 persons of your choice. They must be experienced NLP trainers. One of them must be a fellow member trainer of the IANLP. The other one might be another experienced fellow member trainer, another experienced NLP trainer. So it can be from another association. It's your choice. You meet and you exchange on your personal quality portfolio. Many people, these 2 bodies, they choose other fellow member trainers so you can do the quality development meeting in exchange. You will learn from each other. How do you do this and how do I do? And that's the idea, that's the whole idea of the thing. After this quality development meeting, you will write a report. You will find the document for writing the report also available on the website for download. This is just general information here. Get into it, and whenever you have questions, meet us from the headquarters. The IANLP will send out a reminder about 1 year ahead of the time when you do have to run your quality development meeting. So you will get, I think in January and February of the year, you will get an email telling you, oh, it's your year now, get ready, so you can organize your meeting and you can organize the reporting and the documents to be sent to the IANLP. I like to share some specific ideas to the 8 elements of the quality portfolio. I have prepared this here. You have seen before the quality guidelines. That's the contents. We will look at these 8 elements of the personal quality portfolio for a moment. Of course, there might be questions coming up when you start to work with it. Here you have personal quality portfolio. First item, quality assurance, is that you check that whatever you offer under IANLP standards, that it does fulfill the standards. I guess that's quite an easy task. Should be, at least, because we all offer according to IANLP standards. You see what's the idea of this item, of this element. Then you see how it's going to be measured, the standards, and how do you have to document. And whenever there is this note here, brown dot, document number 1, it means that this is being provided, submitted to the IANLP together with your report as well. Second element, it's educational concept. It's state-of-the-art adult education, that you do have written educational concepts of what you are doing. You don't walk into a seminar and you don't have anything written. You might do different than what you have on your plan, but you have a plan, a training plan. This is a must. You see here standards, there are written concepts of all of the trainers' major training offerings. Least following information. So this is a quality measure that you can check yourself. What did I do different to my plan? Why did I do it different? Oh, that's even better than what I have been doing before. So yeah, let's change the concept. Documentation, verification, this is in the quality development meeting. You talk about it to your colleagues. Third element, public relations. The objective is that whatever goes to the outside, it is in accordance to the code of ethics. In the code of ethics of the IANLP, it says clearly that you have to state cost, training days, total duration of trainings, as well as training objectives and requirements, if there are any, and so on. So this is being checked. Is it available for the public to see on your webpage, in your printed material, however you are doing your marketing? Public appearance helps to bring respect and honor to the IANLP and to the practice of NLP in general. I mean, yeah, don't think I have to say a lot to this. Yeah. Confidentiality. It's a state of the art that you don't talk about your students. People in a position of dependence to the fellow member trainer, students, our employees, confidentiality. So how do you do this? And this sometimes, it's not such an easy task. I mean, you might have to dismiss a student sometimes, and the student talks bad about you. This is his choice or her choice. You never talk about the student. It's suggested, recommended that whenever you have to dismiss a student, do something in writing. Write a letter where you can also show ways of appeal and where you can list your reasons. So if you are asked by other people, by third parties, why did you dismiss the student? You can always say, ask him or her. We have written it to him or her. If she or him likes to show it to you, she or he is free to show to you. We don't talk about it. This is professional confidentiality. For most of all of you, very standard. If you are working with people as a coach, that's standard. Huh? Lately, somebody asked, yeah, what about metaphors in seminars? Written and or verbal examples of experience and metaphors to illustrate methods and procedures. All of us are using metaphors. It's great to teach. Maybe used only either one with involved personal explicit permission or two in a form that preserves the anonymity of persons involved. I must say personally, I don't do with personal explicit permission, person's permission. No, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, persons might give their permission, but they still don't feel well if you use their name in a metaphor. So my way, I always change metaphors. So it's not possible to bring them back to the person where I derived them from. All participants are informed that all personal content is confidential and must remain within the school setting. How do you do this? At NLP Academy Switzerland, we have a piece of paper we hang in the room. On this, it says, everything what's shared in the room stays in the room. And we, of course, we also discuss about this. It's good for the students to train themselves also in behaving confidentially. Element 5, learning support for students, termination of schooling. How do you do this? How do you support your students? Do you support immediately? Do you support only at the end? Do you not support students in learning? You wait till the final testing? I mean, you know, my way, I say, I have seen about 70%, I say, of the competence to be reached by the end of the training. I have seen 70% of the competencies during training, not at the testing. We don't allow people to come to the testing if they haven't fulfilled about 60 to 70% of the competencies already. So we could see it. If we don't see it, we immediately talk to them. We give them ideas how to learn, how to improve. I mean, this is state of the art. Huh? Yeah. Maybe one point I like to point out, especially proposed learning measures are chunked down to specific instructions on what ought to be learned and which are the relationship outcomes. So specific instructions means, of course, we don't tell a student, hey, you have to be better in rapport. To be better in rapport, oh, what is this? So we are specific. We chunk it down. We say maybe something like, start repeating the words of the client, the exact words. Or maybe we say something like, get into same body position, body posture. That's the way how we learn things. Of course, finally, we want to be very elegant, but that's how we learn. And the student has a right to know specific instructions, to know specifically what is to be learned. That's a quality measure. Continuous professional development. Of course, you are training yourself. You are in continuous learning processes. The idea here is that some of the processes are just on yourself. I mean, every day we learn, every day we learn. World is full of learning opportunities. State-of-the-art adult education says, if you reflect upon your learnings, if you type reflection, what did I learn? Then it's accepted as learning, continuous professional development. So learning is not only going to seminars, it's much more. You see here, organization, it says courses, trainings, conferences, professional discourses. So next time, if you're with your friend in the bar, you drink a glass of wine, you talk about your issues, you talk about NLP, you talk about training. When you go home and you didn't have that much wine intus, you're still able to type down a reflection. You put it into your folder. It's learning and it's accepted. Say half an hour talking, discussion, professional publications, literature study, quality development discussions. It's all learning. Evaluation and feedback from customers. Of course, you are asking your customers to give you feedback. How do you do this? It must be systematically and regularly. Usually you have a form. Many of us have an internet evaluation application, app. You ask the student to fill in and you collect it. And last but not least, element 8, you show that you reflect continuously on your own learnings. This can be in intuition with colleagues, it can be in supervision. Doesn't matter. Intuition might be, I share again here, this might be your learning buddies, quality development meeting. Why not? I mean, it's interesting. How do you do? How do I do? What do you consider as learning? So this was so much on the 8 steps. Let me go one step further. What is next? Today is February 2022. Recording. We will start refining the system. We are collecting questions, suggestions. Please get in touch. All of us are working on this. It's a collective endeavor. We might be doing some language-oriented Zoom meetings soon. Ask for it if you think it would make sense. All first quality development meetings are test runs. So whenever you are doing yours, this is in 3 years at the earliest. It's a test run. That's when you gain experience, the system is improved. So let us know what needs improvement, please. In the coming weeks, we will send out first dates, suggestions. It will be not earlier than October 2025, 3 years from now. If the date does not fit your needs, let us know. Then we change the date. Some fellow member trainers will have their license expiring within the coming 3 years. This will be the time when we set, you get the new license, the new certificate, and we will set the 3 years for the cycle of the quality assurance. Yes, more information on website. Please also read the frequently asked questions and get in touch whenever there is a need. We are here and available. Have a good time and let's get on with our quality measures. Bye-bye.